Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to have a bit different daily dose of skill, if you will. Today we are going to have a conversation about the questions that you have asked under Jackpiece the Junior video, and in community post I asked you to ask questions, and I can make a video like this being as honest as I can be, and just simply answering and maybe building connection, if you will. One very important thing to say is that I feel like in streaming, every and each session for me is Q&A, so I feel like we have a connection with the folks who are watching the live streams, but on the YouTube it is a bit different situation because there is many different case scenarios. If you are touching controversial topics, someone may come into the YouTube channel to leave the comment "eat kaku" and leave. Where the live streams goes, you know, usually people are tend to stay longer overall, and they are more interactive, if you will, right? So hopefully this is going to be a nice start of our journey, if you will, and I know plenty of you were watching me for years, and I very much appreciate you, and let's see what I can answer, and let's see what we can do, right? It is very primitive, I know, but you will see the person that asked the question, you will see everything yourself, right? That being said, now, that mouse has junior version of Jackpiece. Are you planning the skill junior? This is, you would be surprised how often this question is asked on the live streams or in the YouTube section overall. At this point in time, for how much we are working, I don't have plans to have kids at this particular moment. Whenever we are going to change our mind or whenever we are going to plan something different, I will give you a heads up, okay? You will be the first one to know. Let's see. Great idea for a YouTube connection. I myself never watch on Twitch, but I watch YouTube a lot, so knowing comments will be heard at least once would be nice. Consider it done. Thank you for your YouTube videos. I understand what you meant as far as being a different presentation which you are not used to. I think this comment is referring to whenever I had a conversation in Jackpiece the Junior video, and I am not a different person on the YouTube as I am on the Twitch. On the YouTube, I don't curse. That is the biggest difference, you know? And sometimes I definitely can be like a truck driver, with all respect to the truck drivers, or military personnel. Military is usually tended to curse a bit more, at least from that's what I noticed. But I want to say how much I appreciate it as someone lives in United States. It is very difficult to catch your live streams. You are always streaming during the midnight into the morning. YouTube is virtually the only chance I have to see how you play and whatnot. So it would be very fun when you include interactions of your live streams to the YouTube videos. Please keep up the good work, and it is a pleasure to. And it was a pleasure to have you visit our state, California. I hope you had a great time in San Diego and Los Angeles. I very much understand the YouTube point, you know, what is the YouTube for? I very much understand that, and I get it. Trust me, I do. And I'm going to be honest with you, fellas. For me, I can tell you that straight that YouTube was always more complicated for me, even though you can prepare videos up front, right? Because whenever I am live streaming, I see the live interaction. You know, there is a Bob saying, "Hey, Skill, how are you doing?" "I'm doing good, Bob. How are you doing?" "Today is a bad day, bad win ratio," whatever. So you have constant flow. With a YouTube, you are having most likely monologue, and after that you are reading the comments and whatnot. So this is a different situation, or this is a different thing, you know? Hopefully that makes sense. And nevertheless, we are not planning to stop with the YouTube. If anything, we are going to increase the volume where the YouTube goes. You will see the YouTube video tomorrow. Plans for 2026. It's going to be beautiful. But for now, Bernard, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Q&A, three things, two questions, one request. One question, when you will get married? I am proposed at this point in time, right? And I am going to be honest with you, we are not planning weddings yet because there is a lot of preparation, and whenever you are combining two families from two different countries, it is significantly more complicated to make a wedding than it is to make a wedding whenever everyone is in one spot or one country. So at this point in time, we don't have plans for that, or we did not started planning, but we are engaged. How many children you would like to have? Probably two would be the perfect case, but in the same time, it needs to wait. It's not in the soon horizon, if I can say so. Request, the Polish Tier 5 doesn't have a YouTube video. On the index, I would love to see you comment of two choices of the guns. I would like to see extra channel, even if it's uploaded highlight from the stream. Merry Christmas, Skill, and wish you all the best. Liberty Night, thank you very much. I have a plans where the extra channel goes. So consider it done. I do not know when we will get into that, but okay, I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm planning to return one series which was discontinued from 2019 and 2020, which is Tech 3 Showcase. Between me and you. Shh. That being said, what songs would most inspire you as you click ready button? To be completely honest with you, I think my favorite band of all time would be Linkin Park, but the old version, right? Not with Emily. Honestly, that's what I would say. And probably second favorite would be System of Down, probably. But I can listen all sorts of music, so it's very hard to answer into your question. What song do you think matches your personality? Tesak. Someone asked this on the stream, and it took me literally 0.5 seconds to say Tesak, and I am instantly getting a message from one of our mods, and he said, I swear to Banana Lord, I thought Tesak as well. You know, a bit stupid, a bit brain dead, seeking for ass and trying to spray someone. And complicated to play with. What can I say? How do you unwind the gods of RNG have been unkind to you? Scream, curse, complain, mold. It happens for all of us, and I noticed one thing: more I play, or I supposed to say more I stream in amount of the hours, the saltier I get, right? That's what I noticed. I kid you not. Some sessions are very, very nice and I cannot get pissed off whatsoever. And some sessions, I just need a small trigger and I am burning. Q&A, favorite Polish food? Honestly, if I need to pick one, it would be żurek soup. How about that? Merry Christmas to you as well. Do you still have your car? Did you had any problems with it? I still have my car, and the biggest problem which I had with it, I'm not entirely sure which version are you talking about. With older car, I think the biggest problem was the coolant pipe leak, but overall it is breaking once in a while, but only minimum stuff or minimum things. With a newer car, so far everything is okay, apart one plastic thing that got that got messed up, but it is fixed. So pretty much no problems whatsoever. What kind of music is your favorite? I would say where the music goes, I can listen to anything, but overall Linkin Park, System of Down, something that nature. We love you, Skill, keep it up, thank you very much. I remember it was yesterday, Des made video about this guy who did impossible with a T-49 tank. I know exactly what you are talking about. I was so impressed to see that guy channel, and guess what? He turned out to be my favorite World of Tanks player streamer. My man, it's my pleasure and my honor. It is my pleasure and my honor. He is 13 with 21 years of experience, so is he 34? Yes. 13 with 21 years of experience. Wow. Wow, fellas. I am reading the comments as well together with you, you know? Look at this. I'm happy you started having normal hair. Wow. Thank you. What I would do without you. Dude, you are funny as F and you are here. My goodness, what a miracle. I just started watching World of Tanks in 2.0. I came back into the game after 8 years break. Welcome back, you sweet, magnificent mother trucker. I hope you are enjoying World of Tanks and you are not getting angry on the game, or you just simply have a maximum level of enjoyment. I know this gentleman. He was commenting after many YouTube videos. Happy 9 years skill. We love you. You better love me. Thank you very much, Sexy Beast. Thank you. Been watching from the beginning. Thanks for many years of your time. It's my pleasure and my honor. Meanwhile, Skill, older dude from northern Germany who hardly misses his daily dose of skill. I have always wondered, has this gorgeous bloke ever learned honest profession? Do you have any profession training apart riding from the speedboat in Lithuanian Navy? I had multiple jobs. My story overall as a teenager is quite an interesting one. I was effed up teenager, right? I did not give a caco about studying. I did not give a caco about lessons and whatnot. It wasn't my priority. My priority was, as wrong as it sounds, booze, women, and whatever else, right? That was my priority, and that's what I enjoy. To have some good time with the friends and gaming instead of focusing on the studies. So in a way, I was kind of messed up student, right? But after, in Lithuania, we have, in order to finish the high school, we have last couple of years, right? So instead of going to the school that focus purely on the high school, right, or the education level is higher, I made a decision to go to the professional school where you are getting the same education, maybe a bit lower grade, not a bit, but definitely lower grade, but you are getting the profession as well. And I finished bartendology, if you will. I can be a waiter, I can be whatever, you know, waiter, the bartender, doesn't really matter. But the thing is, after that, and before that, overall, I was working all the time during the summertime, from the construction work to gas station to guard for some time to whatever else, to picking potatoes whenever I was young, to many other things, seasonal jobs, if you will, bartender, or I supposed to say waiter. That was a disgusting experience, I can tell you that much. And after that, I made a decision to go to the military because I was young mother trucker. I did not know what to do with myself, so I served my country for 6 years while juggling the jobs as well while I was in the ground volunteer forces, right? And yeah, that's it. And whenever I was in the Navy, I started studying the naval navigation. And I had a lot of conversations with the folks that we are already sailors for a very long time. And I figured out that wasn't the job for me, honestly. The money is very good where the ships goes, right? Or navigation goes, or Navy goes, or the whatever else. But the thing is, you don't see your family whatsoever. So for me, that was a deal breaker. So to answer into your question quickly, I have the high school education, and I dropped out from studying the naval navigation. That's the answer to your question. Happy holidays about... Okay, this is not the question for us. So nice this year, I did not spend a single buck for a game. That's absolutely amazing. Good. Very good. Hi, have you thought about making material about the old tanks in the current meta? I mean, tier 8s, tier 10s, of course, some of them already seen changes, but some of them didn't, and they have to find themselves in the new battlefield. Overall, we are trying to recheck the tanks quite often, especially from tier 8s up to the tier 11s, but with the lower tiers, I'm struggling to keep up with the stuff for how much I stream. Just to give you understanding where the streaming goes, over the past 120 days, I streamed 950 hours, okay? So the situation is very, very simple. It takes a lot of time for me to stream, and I enjoy this the most. So to the certain extent, YouTube can suffer, and I cannot update the video so quickly, if that makes sense. But I have some plans for 2026, so stay tuned for that. Hey Skill, I really love your YouTube videos. Did you ever think make a ranking video of the maps in World of Tanks or the premium tier 8, tier 9 vehicles? All your rankings of the tanks are literally over there, index page. Use the index, you will get so much information. Let's say you click on the tier 9, you click on the premium, and you have the situation that all the tanks are rated and whatnot. You can put overall the pretty much rating or the how many stars tanks has, and you can see which tanks I think are more better than others, if you will, right? So that's the answer to your question. Where the YouTube video goes, I would do the same thing. There is no need to, because we have index page, so all information is in the index page. Hopefully that makes sense. Can you make a video with the settings that you are using? We have a command on the Twitch, but I need to make a video as well. I'm aware of that. I will do that. I will try to remember that. Always like your videos. I'm a Navy guy as well. Thank you for your service, my man. And I just wanted to know what you did. I was boiler technician operation in the main propulsion boilers, of course. All steam ships are gone now. I had many duties whenever I started serving my country in the Navy. I was a deck sailor, so I needed to work with a bloody wood. It was absolutely disgusting. My ship was a Lindau class ship, minesweeper, and at this point in time that ship is museum. So I started as a deck sailor. After that I went to the signalman, if you will, whenever I was working with a Morse code, and whenever I was working with the naval flags. And after that, I finished everything for the last couple of years by being the acoustic. That means preparing the robot for a diving and whatnot. And it was the last position was the best. I had such a nice team, at least the folks that we were close with. It was absolutely amazing. I play World of Tanks console. I have account on my PC, but my computer cannot handle it no more, so I watched you. Honestly, I love your banter. The way of explaining the game, it makes it fun to listen to. Thank you very much, Radio. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Skill. I am curious if you are planning to come to Romania for holidays. I want to be honest with you. I don't have plans for any holidays whatsoever in 2026. And whenever we are going for holidays, wherever, if I have time, we are all the time doing meet and greet. And we had some people even coming to Lithuania and saying, Skill, I will be in Lithuania in 2 months, 3 months, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, tomorrow, you know. And I have met many people. Overall, we have done many community meets and greets. From the top of my head: Czech Republic, Dubai, Poland twice, Germany, Hamburg region, Austria, Vienna, UK, how is it called? The city next to the Tank Fest, whatever that is. I cannot remember the place, how it is called. That's what I can remember from the top of my head. Those are the meets and greets that we had. And whenever I'm going somewhere, I'm usually posting that we are going to do meet and greet or something on the Insta, or alternatively on the Twitch. We are letting people know, Discord, and sometimes YouTube. Not all the time, because I feel like we don't have a strong connection as I do with the Twitch, as strong as it sounds, right? And it is completely fine. I want to meet you in person. Maybe one day you will have a chance. Maybe, my man. Maybe. I got yesterday free-to-play player from the free box they gave us. Congratulations with a tank. I agree with you. People views on the YouTube and Twitch are very, very different. They are. I noticed that over the time. It doesn't matter how reasonable I am, because I am saying the thing straight into the face. Some people really do not like it, and I don't care do I have popular opinion or unpopular opinion. I am just saying whatever I feel like it, whatever is on my heart, right? And that being said, if you are saying that it is a good deal for something, people on the YouTube are tempted to see that you are a whore for gaming, right? In other words, what I am trying to highlight is that usually most negative people are the loudest. It's just how it goes, it's just how it works, right? How dare you to neglect us? Listen, I am fixing the things. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm following since the Russian time. If you are not familiar with that, back in the day, we had a meme before 2022, before world went to the kaku in the Europe, if I can say so, right? And whenever I was going for a no-aim shot, I was screaming Russia. That was like a meme. That was like a shell guided by the Stalin himself, if you will, right? And since 2022 February or whatever, whenever the political situation started, this meme was erased from our memory because it is not appropriate anymore. It's not funny, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Do you see yourself transitioning into the different game for World of Tanks ends? Hopefully in 10 years. I do not know. I have some plans. I have some plans overall, which we are going to talk about in the next video, because I am going to share the plans that we have, almost all plans what we have. And the situation is very, very simple. I love World of Tanks, but not as much as I did 10 years ago. That's for sure. And I think the main reason of that is that I am over streaming, I am overdoing the things that I do, and I am constantly juggling between burnout and between enjoyment, right? But that is not a free-to-play fault. It is not a matchmaking's fault, although I hate matchmaking at this point in time, and many, many other things, right? But I have some ideas. We are going to be talking about this next video tomorrow. I think a lot of us also enjoy YouTube videos from your stream, not much cutting, really long videos, you know. Well, you are in luck if you do enjoy the long YouTube videos. That's completely fine. There is extra channel. We are streaming on the extra channel and whatnot, and we are doing quite some things. Sometimes we are uploading the normal videos, but in the same time we are doing the live streams, and as you can see, it is every single bloody day. Whenever I stream on the Twitch, we stream on the extra channel as well. So if you had no clue about that, you can tune in. And even though the chat is disabled there, because we would need to do the main clearing on the YouTube. I just don't want to turn on the chat, because we would need the mod team to work their butts off in order to deal with all of this. Hopefully that makes sense, right? Respect to my guy who is giving YouTube folks some love. My question, if you were forced to remove one tank from the game, which one it would be? Oh man, I have no bloody clue. Probably, if we are talking about the tanks as tanks, so everything what is in the game as a tank, would be most likely Levhash or EBR line, probably, because it broke the meta quite heavily, but that's only me. I have no idea you played Path of Exile. I did play Path of Exile, but that was pre-streaming day, so that was probably 12 years ago or 11 years ago, and I had most likely the best item quantity, item rarity find in the game. Period. It was pretty insane how many golden things, legendary things, and overall the gems we got. I even got Mirror of Calandra. I will never forget that. Hi, Skill from Latvia. I love watching your videos. How did you decide to start streaming and making content, not only playing World of Tanks? That is quite an interesting story, to be fair with you. And how we started back in 2015, mid of 2015, I was playing with some folks in Platoon from the clan. If I recall it properly, the clan was Santi. If I recall it properly. And the guy said, Skill, you are a funny dude. Listen, why you are not streaming? I'm thinking, what is streaming? Because I was that type of guy who did zero diligence beforehand. Not watching YouTube videos, not watching streams and whatnot. And I did my diligence. I saw who is streaming and how the streams are looking like. And I thought that I can do the things the same way or better. So this is where we ended up after 10 years of doing what we do, right? And my naval contract was about to expire as well. So I was waiting until it expires, and then I tested my luck on streaming. And this gamble it paid off. I would not go to my back Navy days for any money whatsoever, right? Because now I am my own boss. I can do whatever I want, you know? If I'm feeling like, you know, whatever, the day is bad and it's just not meant to be, I can always say, folks, listen, today is not the day. Today I can give you only negativity, right? Or I can work more than I ever thought I could. You know, being your own boss has a lot of benefits. But to be completely honest with you, I work significantly more than I ever did in my life. Where the hours goes, I think I work between 300 and 400 hours a month, depending on the month. In December for sure. You could see that in December alone. We have streamed for 300 hours. 300 hours, fellas. So this is insane number, you know. So trust me, it definitely can damage the brain in a way, right? Whenever you are overworking, even though whenever you love what you do, because I truly love streaming with all my heart. How did the index page begin? How is it viable for business for you? I am impressed. Sophistication of the page, and I would like to hear the dev's discussion of technical details in the index development. I'm not a tech guy. I cannot answer into this question, but what I can do, I can say that one gentleman came to us back in 2022 or 2021, and he created the index page overall for equipment setups and whatnot. And this is how it began. Or we had the index page in the Google Doc, if you will. But after some time, we just simply, we had a gentleman who came to the stream who has made it. And then we worked for him for like good 2 to 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. And after that, we needed to part ways. So now we have a different developers working on it, right? So this is how it come. Thanks, Gil. I'm normally working when you are internet begging. Did you have a mentor when you started the journey, World of Tanks, YouTube, Twitch, learning how to play the game? Thanks from USA. Have a wonderful Christmas and New Year. Likewise, my man. Mentor, I never had a mentor, but I think one of the first internet beggars that I started watching was Orzanel, right? And I remember myself asking, hey, how are you growing on Twitch and whatnot in the Twitch chat? And now I am getting the same questions overall from the people, right? It is quite a journey and quite an experience. So yeah. So answer to your question, no, I did not have a mentor in the World of Tanks. At least I don't feel like it. Apart watching a couple of channels. Hey, Skill, I've been watching you for years and I've been waiting for this opportunity. What is the mindset to work your butt off? I am a young man starting my career in the night shifts. I struggle with the discipline, and it is extremely honorable that you work so damn hard. Honestly, this is a very, very good question. No one will do the job for you. Think about it from this year and have dreams, have the goals that you want to achieve, right? Dream big and try to get into the mind that could achieve that, right? I can tell you that much, that doing something yourself is significantly significantly harder and significantly more rewarding, at least in most of the cases, if you are not failing in what you are doing, than usually working for someone else. It's just how it goes. It's just how it is. And I can tell you that for 90% of the people, right, it is more easier to work from, let's say, 9 to 5 job than to try to create something on their own, because the stress levels of whenever you have your business running or whenever you have an idea is significantly bigger than many people would imagine. But the most important thing is have a dream and go towards it. Don't be afraid to fail. I think that most of the people do regret the things more that they have never tried or never attempted that then they failed. You know what I mean? So just work your ass off and the good things will come. We cheer for you. Oh, Q&A. This came to me a couple of days ago while watching a video, since it is still on my mind and I cannot get out of my system. There's some self-interest here. I enjoy editing videos. You create huge amount of the video content while streaming on the Twitch. In the past, you posted the highlight clip compilations featuring your best, funniest moments on the Twitch, but those videos stopped. So there is a question. Do you plan starting making highlight clip compilation videos again on the YouTube as before? Most likely yes, but at this point in time it would spoil the free-to-play series as well, which we are going and which we are focusing quite a bit on. But at this point in time, we started working with a new YouTube editor, so if he would enjoy this, if he would like this, there is a big chance that it will return. Would you consider posting community-edited videos? By community-edited, I mean amateurs doing editing for free. I don't work with people for free. I am believer in what you are paying, what you are getting for. So whenever I am working with someone, I am paying for them, for their job, for their time, for their love, and whatnot. And pretty much most of the job that people are doing is voluntary. As I will give you an example. The mods on Twitch, there is no such a thing as you need to be here at that o'clock. No, if you have time, you tune in. If you don't have time, you don't tune in. It's completely fine, right? The most important thing is to have at least one mod in the chat at all time, right? For a YouTube, it's a different thing at this point in time. We will talk about this more in depth in a second, right? But, well, not in a second, but in the other YouTube video. But we have two editors. We have one editor on the back, waiting just if something is going bad, you know, the first editor is taking one for the team or whatever. He is sick, he has vacations, whatever, doesn't matter. And we just hired the guy who is going to be the main YouTube editor at this point in time. So he can take the channels and he can work or do whatever needs to be done. For example, the free-to-play videos, the other stuff which will require editing, hopefully monthly compilations, whenever we will get to the level that we can how to say this, that free-to-play challenge is on the same level as it is the streams, you know, so it needs some time. The videos edited by community could be anything from awesome games, funny clips, and of course take time to review the video, set up some rules such as not copyright music, staying in the YouTube guidelines, whatever, blah, 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 blah. There is people who are doing this for a very long time, speaking about the compilations as an example, Enviro or Canovar, they are doing a good job and everything is completely fine. And also the question has me really wondered, excluding disappearing videos, do you think when somebody uses your content without your permission, does it make you upset? Are you bothered by it? Do you see this as a free advertisement? This is a good question, very good question. Honestly, I don't care whenever people are are using clips or something from my live streams, right? I don't really care unless they are crossing the line. We had some situations when people are trying to do their best to showcase this is how really skill is, which is literally less than 1% of the stream bad moments happens, depending on the situation. For the last probably 4 months there were more toxicity, but overall I am overall pretty positive person. People who are watching my streams, you are very, very well aware of that what I am saying, it's not a crap, right? But if I see that someone is trying to do their best in order to make me look like a biggest pile of caco, then it is bothering me, and then I will do something about it. But other than that, for example, rage compilations by Enviro or by Canovar or whoever else, whenever there is a gazillion of the content creators involved, everyone is suffering. But if someone is trying to make me look like I am looking like the biggest pile of shit there is, then it is a problem. I'm just waiting while they will get monetized, and then I will take the revenue, you know, and I will say thank you very much for working for me. You know, that is the plan, that is the hope, and that is the dream. That is the situation, right? And I think I am very reasonable and very fair. And if you want to do something like this, you can always come to me and say, listen, Skill, I'm planning to do that and that. Can I do that? And in 99.9% of the cases, I said yes, because I had plenty of the people coming this way. Hi from the Taiwan. Greetings, my man. Greetings, mate. Hi, Skill. I am YouTube only and I do not have time to watch the stream. Life is too busy, unfortunately. I checked your YouTube channel almost daily while I am eating breakfast. Or train to work. Greetings, mate. How come you haven't tried showcasing World of Warships? I know it's a different game, but Wargaming owns one, or even ones of special. That is a very big misunderstanding of the people. I do not work for a company. I am not Wargaming employee. I am not getting paid by Wargaming. It doesn't work this way. And I will tell you a very, very funny story about it. So, couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, we had a situation that we could make a promotional video for World of Warships. And I took the deal. I said, yeah, sure. You know, I don't see any harm in that whatsoever. I got into my old Navy uniform. I played the game. There was maybe 30 minutes footage, maybe 1 hour footage and whatnot. And then we are sending the footage to the person to check it out. And the person is coming back. The video is great, but there is a thing that's supposed to be a console, not PC. So what I have done, I deleted this video and I never looked back. Yeah, mistakes are happening. I can F up quite often. So yeah, and other than that, in order for me to play World of Warships, I would need to get sponsored, right? I'm not Wargaming employee. I do not work for free for them. Where the promoting of the stuff goes. And same goes, do you remember the Project CV? A lot of folks were testing it, playing it and whatnot. And I said straight to Wargaming, if you want me to play the game, if you want me to check out the game, you are no different than any other company out there. This is my rate, or let's negotiate the rate, and then I can check it out. We can have a sponsored segment. Other than that, I don't work for free. I am very, very simple man, and I treat every and each game the same way, unless I am burning to play it, then it is a different situation. But over the years of me streaming on the Twitch, I streamed 3 games. 3 games. War Thunder, 2 sponsored streams, so let's say 10 hours tops, right? There, maybe even less, maybe 5 hours. Resident Evil, probably 30 hours. Resident Evil 4 Remake. What a great game it was. It was absolutely amazing. So we did a playthrough, and World of Tanks 20,000 hours. So you see where the situation goes. So that's the answer to your question. Skill in the Navy days, what type of ships were you on? Minesweeper. Do you do ops in the Baltic Sea or also further out? The furthest we have been, or I have been, was the Denmark. That's all. Do you get any fun post-visit in other Baltic ports? English or Netherlands? I never been to the England with the Navy, nor I been to the Netherlands with the Navy, unfortunately. So we have never been there. But we had a lot of fun. If you are not having a shift, you are having a lot of fun in the port. I can tell you that much. And if you are serving in the Navy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I lived in Klaipėda for 4 years and I did not knew this. I wish I could meet Skill. You can always hit the Skill directly via the Discord or alternatively via the Twitch, and you can have a conversation with the Skill. Can you please tell your father your game is total shit? Thank you. I feel you. Been there, cried about it, complained about it. Hi Skill, thank you for everything you do. It helps a lot improving game and getting fresh news and opinions. My question, if I may, is maybe more personal, but I give a shot. I would like to know your personality type, if you ever stumbled upon this topic, and what necessary skills or personality traits help you to run this job. You need to be nuts and you need to have no life to do what I do, speaking about the hours that I do. You can run. The YouTube is one thing. For a YouTube, I can spend 1 day, craft 10 YouTube videos and to F off for 10 days. With a live streaming and YouTube and index combo, there is pretty much no time for a day off. There isn't. There truly isn't. So you need to be nuts enough. You need to sacrifice enough. Then, you know, you need to try to find the balance in between life and between the content, which I do not do the in real life content. This is not for me. I don't do vlogs. I tried it. It failed in a way that I hated it. I did not enjoy it. It was ruining experience for me whenever I have that such a small amount of the time, let's say 1 week of vacation, and to go everywhere with a camera, it's pain in the butt. The most disgusting experience ever. So this is just simply not an option. And whenever I have a time for a rest, I'm taking a rest. And overall, to run what I do, you pretty much need to have kind of no life or to be very, very good in balancing the stuff. Because YouTube, I think it's easy. Where all combination of the things goes, this is very, very, very hard. The conversations that I have with the people, with the team, with everything, it can be very, very rough and very, very sinking. But pretty much the most important thing is to just work your ass off, you know, do some sacrifices, if you will. What is it easy for you, and what is or is it a challenge? The thing is, I can tell you that my life is like life for many people whenever we had a virus days. This is my day-to-day life. So was it easy? I can do this. I know how my brain works. For many people, it wouldn't be an option, at least to work for that much time as we do, right? Or to be very successful at it. It's just hard. It is just hard. I will give you an example. Your friend Igor is celebrating the birthday on Friday, right? You got invitation. And now you have a different thing that it's your stream schedule day Friday. And there is even on top of that new drops. Now you have to choose. Do you want to go to the Igor's party, or do you want to do what you do? If you choose to go to Igor's party 1 time, 2nd time, 3rd time, you are losing in a way relevancy, and you are losing time in a way with your community, right? On the other hand, if you are not going to the Igor's party, you can lose the Igor as a friend. So this is the situation what you need to balance in between. Scusi, let me get some water. For example, I am more of the introvert side, so talking to the strangers can be expensive. It would be a challenge, but the logical thinking makes strategies and plans and so on, so on. Thanks a lot. Greetings from Slovakia. Have a good one. I think that if there is a side of the introvert or outrovert, whatever. The guy who likes to hang out with the people and guy that hates to hang out with the people. I'm on the higher scale that I like to hang out with the people, but I have my limits as well. My social battery can go low. But if you are on the other scale of things, it can be very hard to have a conversation with the people. So you never know until you try. Literally. Hi, Petit Dwarf. Oh, I know this name. From Titch here, one suggestion to the YouTube, maybe also highlight average profitability of the reviewer tank from the games that you have played so far. I know it's different for different people, but it would give general credit making potential difference, since you are always the consistent in these videos. When I look for reviews, it would be good indicator tier 8, tier 9 premium tanks, how economics works, base, not holiday ops, bonus, etc. Will look like there are tier 9 premiums worth it. Okay, to answer into your question really quickly, Petit Dwarf, we want to have this on the index page, and we want to have it for everyone uniquely. So you are seeing with what kind of tanks you are making credits. Not overall base profitability of the tank, although I have an idea about that as well, but overall for a person. But that needs to wait because we tried to do that and it was very, very difficult. It was very difficult thing to do. It truly was. So we will come back to that hopefully in 2026, and we have even bigger things planned. But once again, it's not a conversation of today's Q&A. I think Hatita grants you 3 wishes. What do you do? For example, clicker scan, drown, remove map, or the tank. To be completely honest with you, I don't really think that she would ever grant me 3 wishes. Most likely she would take 3 things from us, right? But fair play. If I could have 3 wishes in this game, it would be to fix matchmaking, to never have tiered loot boxes ever again, and balance the tanks better slash or fix the art somehow, because I find it super annoying, but that is only me, you know. That's what I would do. Tell us more about your hair transplant. As you can see, the hair transplant went pretty damn well. It is not endgame result yet. It is every single day changing and whatnot, so everything is looking okay. And the main reason why I removed the video which we had posted is the company decided to terminate our contract, right? Maybe they got less than they expected or something. So I just simply made a decision to remove the content, because why would I give a shout out for someone who said something in the voice call and something else in the contract, and the actions were completely different. So that is the reason why the video is gone, right? I can see why you are cautious to play other games. Sure. The thing is, I know if I will play other games, I can get a catch on the other games. So I am being cautious indeed. Although between me and you, I have PS5 at this point in time. I played God of War and I played Hogwarts Legacy. Okay? So between me and you, on PS5, I completed those games on the hardcore difficulty. It was fun. Do you ever have days when you feel like you cannot make the things work in World of Tanks, and how do you overcome it? Brute force it. I don't have other choice, just brute force it. Yes, I have days that I don't really enjoy the game, and even yesterday was the case. But everything is going, whenever you are live streaming, it's a bit different situation. It goes in waves. You can start in the medium wave or on the medium level, then you can have good game, and then defeat, and then your morale is going down. So in my case, since this is how I make my living, I just simply brute force it. If I would be casual player and I would see that the game is making me to think about ripping my balls off, I would just simply take a break from it. Break can do wonders, I can promise you that. And I see that very much whenever I'm having a conversation with the folks overall, who are coming back after not playing the game for a month, 2 months, half year, 3 years, 7 years. They are enjoying the game significantly more. But that's only me. Skill, some questions. If you had a button that presses would remove or alter in the game, but put Baza on sale for 30,000 gold, would you press it? Press that damn button! Click it, click it, click it, click it. Yes, I would press it. But this is a personal preferential, right? You mentioned it, you are not fan of the tier 10s in the boxes. Yes. Do you think they should be premium? I think it is matter of the time whenever we are going to have a tier 10 premiums. They are coming. The question is when. That is the question. So, do I think that the box premiums should be premium? Most likely, yes. So, how Wargaming could distribute the tier 10 reward tanks, if you will, assembly store. I don't see the harm in assembly store. The most important thing for people is to just simply be smart and not be stupid, right? By spending all resources and after that struggling. It's the same thing like you would have, you were saving for 3 years, you have 10,000 euros. It's the same thing like you would spend everything on the car and wouldn't have the safety net, you know? Hopefully that makes sense. Or that shouldn't be in the boxes at all. On that note, I think it's crazy idea to make Battle Pass reward tanks premium. It won't happen because Battle Pass reward tanks, they are not created for making credits. Think logically from company perspective. If they will start giving the free premium tanks left, right, and center, they won't sell shit. So think from their business standpoint, you know? I'm really struggling to play with this tank. I feel you. He's talking about Jack Pease the Junior. When you first started World of Tanks, which tank did you go first and why you go for it? The first tank I went to was American Line, and it was either E3, either E4, either E5. And because I liked American tanks, simple as this. I did not went for a typical way that USSR tanks are the most beginner friendly. I went towards American tanks, but I had a strategy that I did not rush for a higher tiers. I played lower tiers and I had some fun in the lower tiers because I was free to play player and I could not afford the gaming in the higher tier. I see. Aukf Panther. Well, that is not the most pretty tank, but hey, we cannot complain about the choices and we cannot blame you for that, right? How did you met Vivi? I have met Vivi via internet, believe me or not. She used to stream World of Tanks. We started talking, and this is how everything ended up 5 years later, right? Or should I say a non-official story that Vivi is extremely good at cooking pierogi, so I went to the pierogi competition and, you know, rest is history. Maybe that story sounds better. Hello, Skill. I've been watching your content since 2020. I don't even play the game anymore, but your consistent work in posting videos and streaming helps me to relax. Thank you so much for contribution, and I really appreciate your job since the Christmas period is approaching, and I will have some free time from my studies and work. Should I come back to playing the game? It depends on you. Do you want to or not? Haven't logged in from 2021, but I'm thinking about coming back. Not for long, maybe for a month or two. The thing is, everything is depending on you. Do you want to play game or not? This is literally depending on you. Same situation whenever people are saying, is the tank worth it or not worth it? I do not know your financial situation, how much you can afford and how much money means to you. You know, it's a bit different situation. Hey, Skill. I was Twitch Baboon. Name's Moondice. We talked few times, but I don't use the Twitch no longer, but mainly YouTube, so I want to ask a question for Q&A. If you had to survive an apocalypse and some allied come to Earth, what tank would you choose to survive? That's the answer to your question. You are very, very, very welcome. What is your favorite music artists? I can listen for everything, but mainly Linkin Park and System of Down, but old Linkin Park, not the new one. Genuine question. Are you not worried that 12 hours a day so often is bad for your health? I am very, very worried about that. I am very worried about that, and I am doing my health checkups lately. And at one point I was going into the gym pretty much every 2 days, but in the gym I received a bit of the injury, tennis elbow. I know it's possible to fix it with therapy and whatnot, but at this point in time I don't have time for that. And if you would listen to that, that was my wrist. Again. Yeah, my wrist is cracking. So yeah, I am worried about this. I'm aware of that. And until I have the health and until I can afford it, I am doing what I can do. But there are some things that I need to take care of, like my weight. I am weighing 104, 105 kilos, depending on the situation and depending, we were on vacations, we were not on vacations, you know, because I love food. So yeah, absolutely, it can F up the things. And where the eyes goes, my eyes are fine. They did not change it in 10 years, like whatsoever. They're not ideal. I have reverse astigmatism. That means that my vision isn't perfect, and in theory I should wear glasses, but if I will have glasses on, I won't be able to see without glasses because both of the eyes will become lazy. And now let those mother truckers work till they can. And where the surgery goes, or laser surgery, since it is a reverse thing, it is very, very hard to do that. Gaming must have medical consequences. Sure, it does. It does, but for now I am still okay. Which breed is Katita? Katita is, I do not know her breed, but overall, she is the most similar to Norwegian forest cat or Siberian cat, whatever that is. This is how she is looking like, right? And by the way, if you are wondering where cat went, I have a cat tree literally next to me. So the cat tree is right about here, and she's chilling over there, right? Easy peasy lemon squeeze. Here you go. Let me fix it for you, okay? Let me fix it for you. Here you go. Here you go. So I am not sure about the cat breed. And also, I hope that Grill is treating you better. You know, I know. I hope you are doing well. Thanks, bro, for your dedication making all those streams and videos. Maybe you could record your streams and covered videos here. Might save you a lot of time. I found out that my stream is not appropriate for a YouTube content. If I would focus only in the game, I could make YouTube videos. I could make so many YouTube videos, it's insane. But whenever I do stream, I focus on community. We are having conversation with community, not on the game. This is the situation, and this is how it works. And plus, on top of that, you can see if you really want to get more of the skill and you are not thinking about the other platform, but YouTube, extra channel is the place to be. You can see everything there. How many languages do you speak and can't communicate, and why did you choose English for your streams and videos? That's a great question. I can speak English, right? Or at least I think I can. Not ideally. Chaos, 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 chaos. Charlie Magnet, Charlie Main. You get the point what I'm saying. But overall, 2 languages, English and Lithuanian language. And the main reason why I chose to stream in English language, even though my English language knowledge was quite kaku whenever I started everything, is because, think from this perspective. There is maybe 4 million of the people who can speak Lithuanian language, and there is billions who can speak in English language. It's no brainer. That's the best decision that I have ever made, you know? So here you go. I don't live stream as I have live, but I love YouTube videos so I can catch up. Very nice. Very, very nice. Hey Skill, let me say that I don't see a double chin on you. It's the same by me. We have a spaced armor. Spaced armor it is. Thank you for another entertaining, another year of entertaining videos. I would like to know if you think playing World of Tanks develops strategical awareness that you would be useful in real battlefield environments. No, I don't think so. I think this is a video game, and I don't think that any of experience that you could have gotten in the military, it doesn't help you here. The thing is, in the end of the day, this is a game. If we are talking about something different, you know, some kind of different genres games, maybe. But tanks, I think this is pure entertainment, and usually the military personnel is going to be more lenient towards playing the tank games. Is it World of Tanks? Is it War Thunder? Is it whatever else? So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully this is understandable. Your accent, how much of this is real, and is it a skill online persona? Okay, this is a very big misunderstanding from the YouTube folks, at least I feel like. Whenever I stream or whenever I do a YouTube videos, there is no such a thing as click the switch, I am skill. It doesn't work this way. This is me who is streaming. It's not like I am putting the mask on and you are seeing something different. In the YouTube, I try to do my best not to curse. That is the main difference between the skill on the stream and skill on the YouTube. I try not to curse because cursing will slap the channel quite heavily, right? Where the live streams goes, I don't have those filters. I can be dirty mouth, I can be happy, I can be sad, I can be angry, I can be upset, you know. I don't have a fake face on whenever I do content, and I think very many people do appreciate that as well. So one day I can be very, very happy. After 3 hours I can be upset because the feed, you know, or I supposed to say the RNG is just treating us badly. There is no such a thing as fake emotions or fake face. I am as honest as I physically and possibly can be. And Skill, where are you dishonest? Well, let's think about it. Whenever I know the Christmas commander coming into the game, because last couple of years we were involved into the video, I knew it, but I needed to play full. The commander is coming into the game, I knew it, I needed to play a full. I knew the 2.0 patches coming into the game, and guess why the last year I was overall quite positive about the game and everything, because I knew the 2.0 is coming. I knew how many great stuff the 2.0 is going to bring overall into the game, and I did not want it to scratch the pimple, you know, to make it bleed before 2.0. Why would I do that? It doesn't make any sense. Although you can say whatever you want, we were as critical as we physically and possibly could be with the tiered loot boxes. We have done our bit. Some people understood, some people did not understood. And that is completely fine. Have you tried Path of Exile 2? No, sir, no. Meet and greet, maybe at least once. We had multiple meets and greets over different countries. You need to follow us on Insta. You need to follow us on the Discord or the live streams. And whenever we are going somewhere, we will do that. How long is it between me and you? What was your job in the military? I was serving in the Navy. What really happened between you and Kibi? That is a very, very, very disgusting topic to talk about, so I'm not going to talk about this too long. But the story, how everything began, was very, very simple. I remember that I went to his channel to check out what he is doing and whatnot, and I was watching his streams. And community was making memes of the Kibi for a very, very long time, speaking about the better players than he is, right? So I've been watching his stream for quite some time, and we never been friends, we never will be friends, right? I think most of the things what I have said in his chat over the years was Kibi is love, Kibi is life, Kibi is love. That's what I said in his streams, and that was years ago. Back in 2017 or 2018, Kibi was doing his annually charity stream. and we hosted his channel with the amount of the people that we had. Did we had 1,000, 2,000 people? Doesn't really matter. Can't remember. We hosted him with the amount of the people that we had, and he was very, very kind. He said, "Thank you very much for host and whatnot." Back in the day, I had 2 sessions a day. So that means I'm streaming for a morning stream. After that, I'm going to the gym, I'm eating, and I'm streaming for a second time. So whenever I started second stream, it is evening already. We are about to finish, and he is still going with his chair to stream. So I'm thinking, okay, let's host him. And I cannot host him. And I was wondering, what the fuck? I went to his stream to check it out, and I'm permanently banned. Apparently, people talked a bit too much about me whenever we were just growing as internet beggar and whatnot. And yeah. And overall, there is plenty of the things to talk about. There is so much stuff under the heart and everything. All I can say is that I just hate that person with a burning passion. I don't really think that he's a good guy. I think that he is, let's say, full of himself. It doesn't really matter. I'm missing a word for that. I have a blank. So we will never be friends. We will never talk. And overall, there is plenty of the things that people do not know about him, and they will never know about it until the bigger content creators will start talking about all the disrespect and other shit he pulled off. But that being said, we are not going to go to this topic. It's waste of the breath. All I can say that I hate him with a burning passion. That's all I can say. Hey, Skill, you sexy beast. One more thing, which is very important thing to say, and that people are thinking that I am the childish one who doesn't play the games. I say the thing straight into the face, and I always did. Meanwhile, imagine that. Pay attention at his content, fellas, especially the content previously. Everything was me. You can get my commander skins, you can get my commander, you can get that, you can get that, you can get that. Check the previous videos. Not the most recent one, but the previous videos. Right? Whenever he's highlighting himself and not mentioning anyone else. This is a safe play, You are not making, you are just doing you, and it's completely fine. And if I am doing something like this, let's say there are commander drops or something, and I'm highlighting there is 3 content creators or 3 good content creators communities, how dare you grow up skill? Fellas, I don't play the corporate games. I don't play the stuff like this. I am the guy who is saying the thing straight into the face, and I always been doing that. I'm not pretending that I like someone whenever I don't, and usually there is a reason for that, right? I'm not looking for a conflict. This is not my intention. People who know me, they know me very, very well. People who are watching the live streams, they know how I behave and how am I doing the things, right? Hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully you understand what I mean. Not everyone can be friends, and that is completely fine. Let's move on from that. Skill, I've been watching you for almost 3 years, and I always thought it would be interesting. What does 4L2 name stand for? I can tell you exactly how this name origin came to life. So, skill is like a skill. 4 like 4 or 4. L2 is like for Lithuanian, right? I used to play the RuneScape back in the day, and I enjoyed skilling. I enjoyed training the skills. So skill as a skill for Lithuania. That's it. I haven't changed the name whatsoever over the years. Give me a second. I need to open the window. Okay, beautiful. I am back. It is getting hot in here. After that last question, holy bananas. Did you grind all credits, bonds, free experience over the years, or just bought it? That is a very good question. Content creators have a press accounts where they have everything. Content creators have their own, or CCs, I suppose to say, have their own accounts whenever they are grinding everything themselves. It doesn't work this way that you are asking Wargaming, can I get 10,000 gold because I need free experience? Doesn't work this way. What Wargaming gives for content creators is the loot boxes to promote it, because it's business decision. Think about it. For Wargaming, they want people to talk about whatever is on sale. That's for sure. It is business, right? For a content creator wants people to watch whatever he is doing. So this is mutual business decision or whatever agreement, if you will. This is how it goes, right? So I grinded multiple accounts, and even now I'm working on the free-to-play where I'm getting zero use from being the CC or zero use from being in this program or something, or from money, you know? So you will see all the journey. We have many series going on. Hezkel, I've been watching you for some time, even though I stopped at World of Warships for some time now, thinking of coming back. My question is, at any point in the future, you decide to stop streaming, what is the thing you would like to do in the life? In the perfect world, if I would have any choice in life and education and money wouldn't be the problem, I would love to do therapy for people and help people whenever it's hard for them mentally. But since it is not the situation, and since it is not the case, I'm trying to be smart with money that I make, and I'm investing that money. And whenever World of Tanks dream will end, then I will have couple of options: either to live from the investments, or either to do something else in my life and do whatever else. Right? That is the answer to your question. Do you still have your car? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have a tourism question. What would you recommend to see in Lithuania? Sites, museums, cities, what season do you recommend? Thanks. I must admit, I am not travel guide, and I am not too fascinated about Lithuania because I grew up here. So Lithuania overall is very flat, very green, and there is gazillion of the lakes in Lithuania, right? That's what Lithuania is. And if you like green, you will be flabbergasted of the space that there is in this country and how the cities are looking like and whatnot. For me, I'm just being honest. Lithuania is not the most exciting place for me because I'm local. But whatever you will make a decision to see, taste some Lithuanian cuisine, zeppelins, cold pink soup, everything. This is the way to do the things. I have a skill commander. Which tank would you like to command? Whatever you prefer. I am yours. Use me as you will. Skill, please tell Wargaming to make possibility to disable 5x experience. They won't get it to their own minds. This is a very good thing. This is a very good thing what you are saying for a player. But think about everything from two sides. Whenever I am thinking about World of Tanks, I am thinking about it from two sides. That being said, I'm thinking about the player's perspective, and I'm thinking about company perspective. So 5x XP is great for both parties, for Wargaming and for the for community. For Wargaming, it's great, so people are grinding through the tanks faster, so they need to spend more resources. For community, it's great because they are going faster. Win-win situation. Now, Wargaming doesn't want you to grind the credits as much as you physically and possibly can by toggling 5x experience off. Why would they do that? If you have 5x experience during December, make your decision. Do you want to grind XP or do you want to grind the credits? Pro tip, if you have a lot of premium tanks, you can play for daily victory with a specific premium tank. And by playing for a daily victory, you are never going to use 5x XP, but that goes only for people who had 10s, if not 50s of the premium tanks. I don't like -2 matchmaking. I truly don't like it. Do you have a favorite memory year in World of Tanks or in real life general? Good question. I don't have favorite year in World of Tanks. I don't, because I think that the game variety at this point in time is the best that it have ever been. And if it would come back to World of Tanks back in 2016 or 2012, this game would be long time dead. And that it wouldn't be the meme that the game is dead, but the game would be dead overall. That being said, I don't. Where the real life goes, I wouldn't change a thing that I have done, because everything that has brought me where I am is the experience that I have went through. Some horrible jobs or some disgusting jobs, the obviously military service, and overall where I am just because I did what I did. For a memory, I think there is many good memories, but it's very hard to pick one. It's very, very hard to pick one. I remember whenever this is so random, but I think it is a good story. I remember whenever we were out in the sea for like 4 weeks, we are not seeing people all the time. We are talking with the same folks, and you can get mental damage whenever you are doing that in the Navy, right? You haven't done anything. You know, you are missing home. You are missing everything. I remember whenever we had some free time, we were getting like a frozen baton or a piece of bread. We were carving many things out of it. I can tell you that much. From the male genitalia to whatever else. Yeah. That is a memory which is stuck in my head, and I will never forget it. We were like 4 weeks outside, and our brain were losing, because in the Navy, whenever you are on the more higher level of readiness, you are working all the time, like 4 hours working, 4 hours sleeping, 4 hours working, 4 hours sleeping. There is a chance you don't know what time of the day it is. It is playing with your brain quite heavily, I can tell you that much. Still, if you had chance to talk to your younger self around 13 with 12 years of experience, what would you tell him? Should we try to stop worry about the future as a young people? How we should try to stop worrying about the future as young people? Well, first of all, I would tell for a younger skill that stop being naive. Not every and each person is good. That's what I would say for a younger skill, for sure. Because whenever I started doing whatever I do, I cared about every and each person who may accidentally get banned or who is upset or something. At this point, I just don't care. But at that point, I try to explain everything and try to have a conversation with pretty much every person, giving him benefit of the doubt. And that backfired dearly overall for being a good person and for taking the time to respond to whatever, whoever, and whatnot. So if you think that you are not... So for younger myself, I would just simply say, don't think that every person is good, because it's not the case. Treat everyone with a question mark until you trust someone. Simple as this. How we should try to stop worry about the future as a young people? It's not a bad thing to worry about the future as you are younger or you are older. It doesn't really matter. It is good thing to worry about it and to plan your actions, to be smart with the money, to think, aha, now I do this, how I can do that, and whatnot, to dream and to think about the future. It's not a bad thing. I think that if you would be careless and you don't care and you say, YOLO, you know, and you just don't think about the future, that would be a problem. Now you are doing everything fine. I am worried about the future. I'm thinking about the plans, dreams, whatever else, you know. So here you go. High skill, you played old school RuneScape? Yes. Or haven't touched it? I did. What is your name or stats? I can't remember. I know that I got scammed some time ago, and whenever I logged in there, I had a couple of accounts. I know that everything is stolen from me, and I don't care. You know, I played some time. It's fine. To be fair, I play the game and not only tanks. Why have you and all the noises of the battle in the background while I am playing? You are my World of Tanks opinion guy. You are my gameplay guy. Twitch is anything at any time. The loot box of the internet. YouTube is pricey. Precisely. I think it's accurate. I think that's what he is saying. I play a vid that I know exactly what I am there for, and I know your style, accuracy, and information I am getting. I think that's why there will always be struggle to cross over everyone who watches live streams, but YouTube viewers are only watching Twitch on the YouTube vids mostly. Yeah, I understand that. And this is the situation. This is why I'm having a very honest conversation with the folks on the YouTube. I know that there is some people who will, doesn't matter what is the video, they will come to the comment section down below and they will say, eat shit, you know, and there is nothing what you can do about it. I'm very, very well aware of that. That's why I did not really focus on the YouTube so much as I am thinking about now. And I can tell you what changed my idea or my thinking process. Even in the latest meet and greet, which we had in the Krakow, Poland, I made sure to highlight that we have meet and greet on the Instagram, on the Discord, and on the live streams. And YouTube, I haven't said anything. And yet still 2 mother truckers from the YouTube manager to find the way. So cheers to you. How convenient. Okay. Do you enjoy listening to music? Yes. Like I mentioned it before, Linkin Park, or I can listen for many, many, many songs overall. Gamble whatever conflict pixels and conflict minerals I want. Beautiful. Have you ever visited Romania? No, I did not. Would it be worth to visit Lithuania and other countries there? For example, Latvia, Estonia, and would you visit your home country, Mr. Skill? Is it possible to meet you in real life or have a chat or drink or two? Usually it is possible. I have met probably tens of people who came to the Lithuania and who wanted to meet with me, and I said yes if my schedule allows that, but I can't promise 100% of the time. And usually I am meeting with the folks that I know on the live streaming platform, right? Because for me, it can be dangerous to meet with someone who I do not know, right? Someone can follow me to home and do some stupid stuff, you know? So I would rather treat it on the side of the caution. So hopefully that makes sense. What is your opinion about Wargaming decision to put tier 10 in the boxes? I really did not like it. And I felt like if the tier 10s would be premiums, I felt like it would be lesser of the problem than now to get tier 10s, which could be, which are kind of waste to play with at this point in time because people are wasting so much time while they could grind credits. I think that was the smart decision from Wargaming. They are not even premium tanks. They punish players because to be 4 tanks in the boxes after gold compensation, now it's 6. Exactly. Last year it was 5 tanks. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Yeah. Overall, this year loot box value, if you are not buying 1,000 boxes, which is over 1,000 euros, you are getting lesser of the value for sure than previous years, unless you are lucky. It's all about the luck as well. High skill, you use curses in the different languages, so what languages do you know? I would never curse, only Lithuanian and English language. Today I made my own damage record, very nice. I played the game, I played 12 years this game and I never made a record 8,000. It was some fun. I have about 15 tanks which I made. Very nice. Congratulations. Congratulations. 9.5 thousand damage. You should be happy with yourself. High skill Q&A. What would you like to do with your life comparing when you don't have a clue what to do? I mean, if you could decide whatever you will, dream job like a job or dream, you have the moment to live your life. Cheers from Chile. Greetings to you, my man. I live my dream life, but I work a bit too much, to be fair with you. I feel like I stream too much in hours, and it is damaging my mental health a bit. And my physical health because I don't move, right? and I feel like I'm not putting enough time and effort on the YouTube or patrons or whatnot. So you will see everything for our next video that we are going to have, how we are going to be doing the things and how we are going to move further. But overall, if we are talking about the dream, I love my job. I do enjoy what I do, and I would not change it for anything. Now, if the situation would come that, let's say, streaming is not an option, that's it. It's impossible. Impossible. What would I do then if I would have a free choice? Doesn't matter, education, nothing. I would be a therapist. I would help people who are struggling with mental health or whatever else in life. And the main reason why, so fellas, in Lithuanian language, therapist would be terapistas. And pistas would mean effed. It's just the most beautiful word ever. That's why it became my passion, fellas. Have you been good at World of Tanks play right from beginning? No, definitely not. I played like a bot. I played like a mother trucker. I went through the open field. I died. I repeated the games. So definitely not. Are you planning a cool vacations with Vivi? There is no plans for vacations, although this year I want to take my in-laws, I want to take my parents, and I want to take us with Vivi and go somewhere to spend some time together, because for how much I work and what I do, I just simply don't have that much time for a family, and while they are still there, we need to use this opportunity. Hopefully that makes sense. Iron leg done. Still no need to apologize for lack of updates or uploads. I know exactly what you are saying. It's not as much about apology, but to highlight that I haven't forgot the YouTube. That is the most important thing, right? That's the most important thing. I haven't forgot the YouTube. Still, I have been watching your YouTube for a long time, but I can't watch people stream. I think I gleaned a lot, but what is the origin of the Pirosami? His regular viewer, I believe, or how did he get associated with 666 rolls? Pirosami is, in a way, a regular viewer, and he is evil mother trucker. Okay, he's evil mother trucker. That's why we are calling him Mr. 666 or the devil rolls, if you will. Alrighty, you were serving in the military. What was your equipment? Like weaponry, standard, issue rifle, handguns, pistols, any other gadgets? Are you allowed to own firearm in Lithuanian as a citizen, even without military background, similar to the Second Amendment rights in the States? And how is the car experience? Not trying to pry intended. I am appreciating Q&A. Top 10, of course. You can own the gun in Lithuania. You don't need to be in the military, but you need to go through the through some certain tests. But you can have you can own a gun. I'm pretty sure about that, right? If let's say if I would want to get a handgun, I could get it. In the military, I don't remember everything. I remember there were some pistols, can't remember which ones because I did not need to carry one. We had G36, if I recall it properly, and AK-47s, if I recall it properly. We did some shooting, some machine guns and whatnot. It was so long ago. It was 10 years ago. I cannot recall it. I apologize. So yeah, and I love my car. I truly do. This is the thing for which I spend money. And overall, I try to live relatively cheaply. But the car is like my escape to go somewhere for a ride. You know, is it autumn time and you're going for a ride and whatnot, or is it a winter time, or is it a summer time? Just relax to refresh the brain from everything. Hopefully that makes sense. WTF, if you have no time to open your calendar, you only have 2 or 3 days after the rest, you can't open. I have no bloody clue. He's meaning about the Christmas calendar in the game. Okay, I get it. If you missed some days after the New Year, you will be able to open those boxes via the resources. You are covered and you are okay. Will there be Yugoslavian Tech 3 into the World of Tanks? I do not know that. There is a chance. There is always a chance. People were speculating about Yugoslavian Tech 3. People were speculating about the Romanian Tech 3. People were speculating about whatever South Korean Tech 3. I do not know where the game is heading to that direction. I truly do not know. I would love to answer into your question, but I do not know. What is egg tuna without jokes? Whenever I say egg tuna, I do not want to curse. And let's leave it at that. Would you like to record a joint episode with one of the Polish streamers like New Multi or Tsigan? With New Multi, it's impossible. He do not speak in English. I have met him in real life. I can't communicate with him. I just can't. With the Tsigan, I believe that we have played some onslaughts with the Tsigan, and that was fun experience. And I believe one day we are definitely going to be playing together. Can you explain what is the point of 0 to 15 matchmaking in the World of Tanks? It starts to annoy me even when I am on the winning team. There is just a race for shooting zombies when you play in losing team. There is absolutely nothing you can do in the game around that. Silly. Maybe kids like to win, then lose, then very unbalanced matchmaking, but this is stupid. Okay, that's a fair frustration. We had this topic so many times in the live streams. Matchmaking is after this point in many various ways. Guess what you get whenever I'm talking about the current situation. Guess what you get whenever the new players are creating account and getting 3 lines for free? Guess what you are getting? A house in the game, right? Plus on top of that, matchmaking is very unbalanced. I've seen plenty of situations when tier 10s, when tier 10 platoon is fighting against the tier 8 platoon, which is laughable and stupid beyond belief, where one team has Manticore and other team has Tessak. There's plenty imperfections, and plus on top of that, player skill matters as well. So I think that this is a very, very hard task to make matchmaking work properly, but at this point in time, it's not ideal, and it's in quite a bad shape, which we are going to have a video most likely in the January. We need to talk about matchmaking because I'm being frustrated myself as well. How do you manage World of Tanks without going insane? That is a most legit question. Bloody 9 Northern, I want to bloody hug you. I really want to hug you. You can't. You cannot go and play World of Tanks without going insane. I mean, look at me. Do I look sane? That's the information to you. Honestly, everyone can get frustrated. I am not exception. I have cursed, I have yelled, I have flamed the game. What I haven't done. It's just about persistency. For me, I am taking my nuts in the hand and I'm trying to squeeze them. That's all I do. That's what I'm trying to achieve, or that's what I am aiming for. So hopefully that makes sense. You do this for a living. Does it generally feels like a pleasure, or honestly you had enough? In some days I had enough. In some days I hate what I do. In most of the days I feel okay. I think if I need to say my percentage of enjoyment at this point in time, it is probably 60%, maybe 70% enjoyment, 30% anger. But it depends on the situation, what I do, and if I enjoy myself, if I do something that I have fun, for example, marking tanks, then it could be 95% enjoyment and 5% of the anger whenever I fail or something, because I have high expectations for myself. But it depends on the day, honestly. Sometimes I struggle, mentally, sometimes I feel very, very good and I can go in front like crazy mother trucker. Do you play on US server? I never play on US server, never. And I know there is a one gentleman called Skillful2 in US server, and I know that he received plenty of the gifts from community. I had a situation when a gentleman came into the stream and said, listen, Skill, I just wanted to say thank you and I send you 12 loot boxes or something like that. And I'm saying, I very much appreciate you, mate. That's very generous from your side. In which server? NA server. I have to inform you that I do not have an account, so you send the boxes for someone else, you know, but this is how it goes. How much Wargaming pays you on average for a stuff you do for them? Oh, this is a very good question. Fellas, people do have the very wrong understanding of what is relationship between the being CC and between wargaming. No of the CCs, as I am aware of, is not, none of the CCs are getting paid. No one. Apart the exceptions that, let's say some CCs are doing castings for wargaming, so they're getting paid for that, right? This is like a job, the service that they provide, and they're getting paid for that. Commander sales. Whenever there is a commander event, content creators are getting the certain amount from the sale. Usually it is like $1 per commander, if I'm not mistaken, right? Whenever the commanders are on sale and people are paying real money for that, right? So that is other thing. Or we had in the past event that content creators could make their bundles and then they are getting the tip, 10% of the value overall goes to the content creator. But overall, where the stuff goes, it's not like I'm getting paid by Wargaming to stream or to do YouTube videos or something. No, and in the same time, I need to follow the certain rules as well. As an example, when I know some information that is coming up front, I need to be smart of not to leak it, right? Because imagine that if I would say like, yeah, so, you know, I had, this summer we went to film the Holiday Ops video, you know, by the way, the Benedict is the Christmas celebrity, you know, it's GG, it's game over. You would get effed beyond believe. It would be oi, 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 oi. So even for the things like going to the meeting with Wargaming Q&As, or I supposed to say the summits, right, CC summits, whenever there is certain content creators that are going to Wargaming to talk with the higher ups about the game, give their feedback, blah, 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 you name it. Even then, content creators are not getting paid. Content creators are getting accommodation, content creators are getting budget for food, and content creators are getting flight. That's it. It's not like content creators are getting anything, fellas. So this is a different situation. The benefit of being in CC program is that you are getting the tanks and you don't need to pay for it, so you can do your honest review. And yes, if the tank is shit, I have said the tank is shit multiple times. So that's the main thing. And yet still it's not for every and each tank. Some tanks we need to buy. With the latest map changes, they totally destroyed Erlenberg, drew a stupid castle, erased the other side of the map. Now everyone is going to same side, that castle. Shame on you. Foreign map designer. I love you. Bob Bikovstovsky. I love you with all my heart. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We all know that your father works in Wargaming. Done. Yes, my father is retired for a very, very long time, fellas. And yes, we have a meme that whenever an NG is treating us well, we are saying that my father works in Wargaming. But in reality, my father have worked very, very simple jobs all his life, from the construction to gas station job, to guard job, to something like this. Pretty much very simple jobs, right? And he's retired now for many, many years, right? So that's the information for you. That's the information for you. Why are you doing a 12-hour stream? It is excessive because it has seasonality of the things. I can explain you why do I do like 12-hour streams. For example, September, it was a new patch. It was the right way to go ham and to stream for such a long time and entertain people and help people to adapt for 2.0. It was smart time. It was good decision that we have made. On December, I have a different logic. On December, it is a different situation because good for people who has a chance to spend the time with the family, friends, whatever else. You would be surprised how many lonely people there is who can escape from whatever on the internet, right? So even during the Christmas time, I try to stream as much as I physically and possibly could by having a dinner with my parents at first, just to talk about whatever day-to-day life. And after that, I was streaming for 10 hours on Christmas and day before Christmas and day after the Christmas, because I wanted to be like a help for folks who are feeling lonely. That is the most important thing, right? And At the time, we did not even had a bloody special drops or something. I could have easily said, yeah, fellas, Christmas time, see you. But I care about the community. I care about our people, right? Who are watching us, who are enjoying what they see. That's what I care about. Are you getting married and there is a little skill in the future? One day. One day. Is it true your country has more women than men? Probably yes. You can Google it. You're a brilliant player, but you are a brilliant player, but all you doing around changed a lot, and it's very true saying you are a bitch. Sorry for saying that, but I suffer you last 5 years, and you are a different person. I still respect you, you as a player, but you know what I mean. Good luck. Now you are going different direction. See you on the battlefield, or maybe not. Did I change? Did I change as a person, fellas? I mean, some of the things could mature for sure, you know, considering that we started everything 10 years ago or something like that, but did I really? Let me know in the comment section down below. I feel like I am as honest as I was before, and I feel like this year I had less of the criticism towards the game because I knew 2.0 was coming and I want to see how it will fix the things. And at this point in time, I'm quite angry about matchmaking, just as many of you are. So videos like this are coming. Anyways, let me know how you think your woman is happy living with no lifer. Well, I can tell you that much. Any women living with man that works a lot can feel the same way, right? And every and each of us has a choice, right? So for you, you may look at me as no lifer. I am looking at myself as I am developing the business and whatnot, right? This is how I get paid. So it is completely up to you, right? And I definitely need to ask her. I believe she is enjoying a lot. You know, think about it from this perspective, and I'm talking with every and each man. Whenever you are at home and if you forgot to do something, your wife can be very, very rough, right? I do not know. You forgot to take cup, to put the cup into the sink, or you haven't washed your cup, whatever, you know? And since my wife or my fiance doesn't see me that much, there is no conflicts whatsoever. Beautiful, fellas. Win-win situation. Amazing. Your childish constant swearing is really tiresome. I definitely respect that. It's completely fine. I believe there is other content creators that you can watch and that you can enjoy. Do you party? There used to be a time whenever I was partying a lot and every and each weekend was drunk beyond belief. Now, I don't really drink often. Once in a while I do, but it's rare occasions. I can count occasions on the one hand fingers whenever I will get myself like old-fashioned or whenever I will get myself a mojito, you know? Finally, truth is coming out, fake on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Be myself in many ways as of not neglecting you folks on the YouTube, and I want to be very, very honest with one thing, that for me live streaming is always my thing. I am always being myself, and I can be myself in many. I highlighted this many times before, fellas. On the YouTube, I do not use the strong language or I do not curse. It's not like I am not being faithful with a YouTube, or it's not that I am not saying my opinions, what do I think. I am always being honest. Doesn't matter is it a YouTube or is it a personal message or is it whatever else. So yeah, that's good. That's what I'm talking about for people who are a bit challenge it, but that's okay. I respect that. Now, we have some more. There is 55 comments. I know it is very long video, and I know that not every and each of you will watch till the end or you will enjoy it, but whatever, you know, I want to give you the information that you've been asking for every and each of you who are interested. If you are not interested, you are not interested. That's completely fine. I answered into this question already. Eventually, yes. Skill, I've been for a long time fan. I heard you once say that if internet begging didn't work out, then you might interested in being therapist or something like that. No, I cannot be a therapist because you need to legally have a degree or something. But yes, if I could choose whatever job that I could, I would choose that job to help people who are feeling bad mentally. So that is the option. And to a certain extent, some people will say that I am, at this point in time, I'm like a therapist, right? The topics sometimes we are talking on the stream, holy fucking shit. So, yeah. How big is your favorite tank, PP? The biggest one. Tell us about the cars you have now, and which ones you would like to have. I had 4 cars in total. The Golf 3 diesel, the Passerati B5, Porsche Cayenne Turbo 2012, and Porsche Cayenne Turbo 2018, also turbo, right? If I have a dream car, you know, I have a dream car. I was working very, very hard to afford those cars, right? From the bloody Passerati to the car that I have now, right? And if we are talking about the dream, if money wouldn't be a choice or option, I would like to get the Cayenne GT. That is like the end model, but that car costs like $250,000, maybe more than that. So let's get real. I won't be able to afford it, but dreams are to dream, right? So that's the answer to your question, my man. This question is more oriented towards the video and the content of it. Would you consider making videos like you start with beginning videos a little bit more in depth? For example, specific tank or line. This would help people to understand what are getting into should they go down that line and whatnot. So Tech 3 showcases. Yes, I'm planning to return them, but split them into the 2 pieces. One showcase will be on the extra channel from the tier 4 up to the tier 7, and on the main channel it would be from tier 8 to tier 11. I have a plan to return this. Yes. What will you do if World of Tanks stop existing? I would do something else with my life. Is it streaming some other games or entertaining people or doing the YouTube or making the videos with the different games or streaming or whatever else? Only time would tell. But I can promise you that World of Tanks won't disappear anytime soon. It is just impossible for the popularity that this game has at this point in time. Eventually, probably it will die down, but I'm thinking that we have another 10 years easily up front of us, unless Wargaming will mess it up. Which tanks has a bonus credit making ability in the tier 10, tier 9? Only tier 9s has the bonus credit ability from the tier 9 and tier 10. And keep this in mind, you can go to the index page. You can just simply use the filter as of tier 9 tank, premium tank, and you can see every and each vehicle that has credit making, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What was the funniest or favorite memory from your time in the military? Carving PPs from the stale bread. If you are a really good guy, but I am your fan, and I'm your fan for a really long time. If I can ask you, can you make a video of your starting YouTube channel? Thank you, the best mother trucker. I think that you can just simply go to the YouTube channel and click on the oldest and you will see the start. Because whenever we started the YouTube, at first we are re-uploading moments from the stream. So that means whatever video to the YouTube, whatever video to the YouTube, whatever video to the YouTube, successful game to the YouTube. That's the answer to your question. I really love your YouTube videos. Did you ever think about making ranking video maps or premium tier 8, tier 9 vehicles. I think we had this question already, and Index is the place to be. I need to work even harder to update everything instantly. That is for sure on my end, but I don't see this happening anytime soon since Index does exist. What is your life plan after World of Tanks? To live my life happily and hide somewhere in the tent in the Philippines. Honestly, I do not know. I do not know. I don't think about retiring anytime soon. I still have a lot of things to say or a lot of things to do. So hopefully that makes sense. If you could restart World of Tanks journey, what would you do differently this time? Nothing. Everything for me, where the game goes, I think everything led me to where I am. So, easy. Which caliber do you prefer in the most terms of efficiency or enjoyment? Different question for different situations. I think the most satisfying mother trucker is FAVA. Whenever you are hitting someone for 1.8, it's fun. I think that's the one. What is your favorite World of Tanks event in 2025? Could you give us top 3 list as well? Favorite event, definitely Mirny. I always enjoyed Mirny the most. After that, I do not know. I don't really care about the Waffle event. It's very repetitive and it's kind of boring. The Christmas event is absolutely... I don't like it. That's it, I think. That's it. So Mirny it is. How about World of Tanks? How about YouTube videos? Your most favorite and least favorite tanks out there? Yes, we are going to work on this as well. My plan was to do this on December, but with the amount of the hours that I streamed, I just simply cannot do that. I just simply cannot do that. Thank you for all the informative videos and keeping it honest and straight. I watch you regularly, so I don't really have too many questions about your life. Tend to be quite transparent on the things that you are comfortable to share. I guess if you could talk a bit about how low tier grind now has changed compared to back in the days, to the veterans in the game. I have watched some of your free-to-play grind, and I don't think you have really given overall opinion about the low-tier grind. Of course, we will understand if you have idea of making dedicated video for that matter. I can answer into your question overall how everything changed for a free-to-play. It's significantly easier to play the game at this point in time than it ever been before where the free-to-play goes, period. You're getting spoiled so much. If you have your phone with you, you can farm the Twitch drops and get yourself tier 8 premium tanks for doing literally zero effort. Not even saying hi in the chat, you are getting everything. So that being said, I think that free-to-play is significantly easier than it was before, and the lower tiers back in my days, the low tiers were packed with life and new players or seal clubbers that were slapping new players. Now, on the other hand, things changed quite a bit, and lower tiers are mainly bots. So that is the sad thing to see, but let's get real. Wargaming is pushing everyone to go higher tier, so I do not know what is that. Some trips marking tanks. I'm struggling to mark Gusor. Whenever you are struggling to mark with the tank, I would highly recommend to go to the index page, find the tank you are struggling with, and just check out the videos. This is the easiest way. What kind of changes would you like to see inside World of Tanks in the next 2026? Definitely matchmaking changes. And more buffs, nerfs for the tanks that are too weak, too strong. I think that's the right way. Do you think it's difficult to attract and retain a new player to the World of Tanks, and how they can address this issue? I'm not Wargaming, I do not know. I do not know the numbers, how many players, how many new players are playing the game, or how the things are looking like. I just do not have the data to talk about this. What are your next plan trips for 2026? Literally nothing, zero. We don't have anything planned, and as a matter of fact, I was paying attention at the 2025, what trips did we had, and most of our trips were business related. We have been to the Vienna for a CC summit. We have been to the London for the holiday ops shooting and for the CC summit. We have been to the States for the TwitchCon. pretty much all our trips were job, or most of our trips were job. Even the other day I talked with my fiance, and both of us are feeling like we haven't had a time for ourselves to do F all and to be to just simply relax and take it easy, you know? So yeah, crazy. Thank you, Baboon King, for the work you do and what you give to World of Tanks community on the daily basis. My question, what make you begin streaming back in the day? A stupid dream. A stupid dream. I thought that my contract was over with the Navy and I would like to try something else, and I am stupid enough to go and do something like this, right? The plan B would be to come back to the military once again, obviously, because you can do that. You can take a year break and everything is okay. That would be the plan B, but I tried to stream, I tried to entertain the people, and apparently people enjoyed it. Apparently people enjoyed it. That's great. If you were not an internet beggar, would you choose the different job in the gaming industry? Like game designer or something like that. I don't have a skill set for that. I can barely turn on PC. I can't. So hopefully I answered into your question. Hi, I want to ask, maybe your father is... No, my father doesn't play the game. Please show your favorite dish. It's very hard. It is very hard. It's not an easy thing to do because I have a favorite dishes in many different places overall, right? But if we are talking about Lithuanian dish, that is the easiest way to do the thing, zeppelins. Those are like a potato dumplings. And they have meat inside. You are eating with a cracklings and a lot of cream. Plus on top of that, you are adding a bit of vegeta on top of this, and you are having the best time ever. This is the best dish for me, honestly, where the Lithuanian cuisine goes. Thank you for your immense dedication. Now, 2,784 days watching every video and enjoying every Baboon gameplay. How do you manage to keep the same level of energy, your love for World of Tanks after this much, especially while making videos nearly every day? I was very consistent with the YouTube until this year. This year, I missed maybe 10 to 20 days of the YouTube videos, which is very unusual for me and for my channel. But I just need to do it. I just need to do it. The YouTube for me is the hardest to maintain. Where the live streams goes, it's rare for me to say, I don't want to stream today. It's very rare. It happens, but it's rare. Where the YouTube videos goes, it is a side job as well for that. That's why we have an editor, so I send the raw footage and they take care of it and they release it, and it's hard for me to be upfront. So sometimes definitely editors can suffer of that I send the video on that day, and on that day video has to be released, right? It's not intentional, but I need to manage my time better as of I don't want to slow down with the YouTube. If anything, I want to increase with the YouTube. So I need to do some trades, but we are going to talk about this in video tomorrow. It's not anymore the question, but I think that your immense job and millions of hours and days spent making videos and streams is criminally underrated. I don't feel underappreciated or underrated, to be completely honest with you. I think that people do enjoy what we do, and we hit all sorts of records that was possible to hit, right? From the subscriber count in the World of Tanks category. At September, we reached like top 30 in the Twitch overall, right? So that was insane. That was absolutely insane. I don't feel unappreciated. If anything, I do feel appreciated whenever people are coming to the stream, saying how their day goes, and in the same time support is pretty bloody big. I felt like I am definitely way more appreciated on the live streams than on the YouTube, but once again, YouTube is a different, YouTube attracts different type of people who won't watch this 2 hours of the Q&A and just complain that I have done something shit or stupid, you know, whatever that is, right? So I learned not to care about every and each voice being negative or being just simply silly, if you will, right? And on the live streams, I can explain for people my thinking process, and we can go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, you know, so we can have a discussion. In YouTube, it's impossible. It just simply isn't. Unless you do the YouTube live stream, but then, you know, the moderation should be insane. It's just not possible. Happy Panzer holidays. Likewise, my man, likewise. Hey, Skill, I've been watching you since 2020, and I always wondered what makes you start playing World of Tanks and also made you to want to stream. Thanks. I was serving in the military. A lot of military personnel was playing World of Tanks, and I just got a catch by taking someone's, by playing on someone else's account to, and I wanted to improve, you know, in a way it was like, at first, everything started like, you know, just playing the game, and after that I wanted to be the best of the ship, and oh, the best I was. The best I was. They were calling me animal in my ability to play the game at the time. It was quite something. Firstly, you're a magnificent beast and your website is amazing, guy. Thank you. Question, is there a way to switch your mindset whenever you're playing different tanks to get missions done? I can tell you instantly without reading further, doing missions is damaging my brain and it damages everyone's brain. It's disgusting. It's just how it goes. It's just how it is. I feel like I am the most negative whenever I'm trying to do missions overall in the game. For example, I can play Greely and E100 very, very well, but when I play with Bobject and IS-7, I feel like massive noob. That means that you have some place to improve and to figure out exactly how to play with those particular tanks. There is some place to improve. What favorite beer choice? I don't really drink alcohol too much, but I cannot remember. I cannot remember the beer that I like. Not Grimbergen. I forgot. I honestly forgot. But it's non-alcoholic, so honestly, beer is not the thing which I would drink every week or every month. It just doesn't work this way. Hey, Skill, will you visit Netherlands anytime soon? If so, I will be there. We don't have any plans to visit Netherlands. Where are you from? I am from Lithuania, my man. By the way, you are one of the most hardworking streamers, YouTubers I have ever seen. I appreciate your videos and streams very much. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you. How many bananas do you eat a day? At least 2. How much money do you get from Wargaming to promote their game? Nothing. Zero. Zero. It doesn't work this way that Wargaming is paying for their CCs. It doesn't work this way, fellas. It just doesn't. I wish to say, listen, Wargaming paid me 2 million. 2 million. I wish to say that, but it's not the case, fellas. You are not getting paid by being a CC. Have you ever visited Hungary? No, because I did not have a chance. The time that I have for chill time or for holidays is very, very little. That's why. So if you sell a tank but you use the crew in the premium, you are not able to use the crew books, correct. And you cannot retrain crew to that tank, for example. You can retrain crew for that tank. You can. You can retrain the crew to be in the premium tank. I have Lion Commander in Progetto, but I sold the Lion and I cannot retrain Commander to Progetto, therefore unable to use the crew books. I sent the ticket to Wargaming. Listen, I think that you have done the things wrong. What you need to do, you need to click on the crew training, select this tank, and all crew members can be retrained for their tank. That's the answer to your question. Why Centurion is rated 4.5 stars? The tank is mediocre, gun handling, bad armor, platform. People have a different preferentials of how the tanks are looking like in the game, right? Some people will love Centurion, some people will hate Centurion. The fact of the matter is that Centurion is one of the most flexible mediums out there, and it is one of the better tanks in the game. And there is nothing bad not being able to play with a tank. It's completely okay. Can you tell Wargaming to remove tier 2 matchmaking? On my way. I just want to say thanks, bro, for all the content through the years. You are bread and butter to this community. Keep it up. Thank you very much, sir. I very much appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi, Skill. I know the question is a bit edgy, but can you tell me why do you have gun handling OCD? Does that mean that I scream on the gun handling or I'm afraid of the gun handling? Because I can. And we are going to finish everything with a very simple message. Yeah. If fellas, someone feels like this is not the channel, this is not the content, this is not the content that you want to see and something, you know, see you never is the proper answer to this question. Now, all the shits and all the giggles aside, I really want to highlight some things. It is my pleasure and it is my honor to do what I do for a living. And I feel like nowadays it is a lost cause to have people who are saying the thing straight into the face. Nowadays, everyone, oh, you need to be politically correct. Oh, you need to say everything. You need to be kinder. You need to collaborate with everyone. You need to do what you don't want to do. No, I do what I want to do, and I am being me. That's the most important thing. And I think it's rare to have the situation whenever someone is saying everything straight into the face and whenever they are being just simply honest. I think this is rare. What do I mean by saying this is, let's say, in my situation, if I have one or another conflict with someone, I'm saying, yeah, I don't like the guy, I don't want to talk about this, whatever, right? Instead of saying, instead of ignoring the question or instead of just being polite, yeah, it's not the time for our collaboration yet, and trying to cut the branch of the tree so someone would fall, right? It doesn't work this way. I don't do that shady business. I am trying to be as straight as I physically and possibly can from the things that I can say. I've always been like this, and I will always be like this. And if you appreciate the honesty, this is the channel where you want to stay and which you hopefully want to enjoy. Quick highlight for every and each of you. We are going to start doing more stuff on the YouTube, so I will try to do my best not to skip the days. It may happen. It may happen, but I will try to do my best not to do so. And there is plenty of the exciting content to come in 2026. Thank you very much for being with us for all those years. I very much appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this chill Q&A session and everything. And it was like talking with a friend, if you will. So I hope you liked it and you enjoyed it. Anyways, thank you. I appreciate you and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.